Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff from True Mobility Fitness, and today we're going to be focusing on what's called the morning ritual. With the morning ritual, the purpose of this is to get the body moving. Although this is specifically designed for seniors, anybody can do it and anybody can benefit from it. And the way this is designed is it starts off with a series of exercises that we do lying down in bed, and then we do a series of exercises sitting in a chair. And then we finish off with some standing exercises to get the day going. So why don't we get started? We're going to start off doing the lying exercises. The first one is basically taking a series of deep breaths. So you want to imagine that you are lying down in your bed. It's first thing in the morning. And what you can do is have one hand placed on the stomach. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths. We inhale deeply through the nose, allowing the stomach to rise. We hold for a moment and exhale through the mouth, stomach coming down. And again, we inhale and hold and exhale. Inhale and hold and exhale. Now let's bring both hands to the side, and we're going to bring the shoulders all the way up into the ears, and then we slide the hands all the way down as far as we can, lengthening out the neck. And we'll do 3 or 4 of these, coming all the way up and down, all the way up and down. And let's see, one more, and return. And let's focus on the hands. We're going to take the hands and we're going to close into a tight fist. We open up wide, stretching them out, closing tightly, opening up, close tightly, and opening up. And we can place the hands on the bed. And now we want to wiggle the toes back and forth a few times. And let's do some ankle rotations. We'll start off by raising one foot just above the floor, and then we do 3 rotations. And then we change directions. 1 and 2 and 3. And let's bring the foot back down. We switch over, raising the foot. 3 rotations. 1 and 2 and 3. We reverse. 1 and 2 and 3. And let's move on to the bridge. We're going to take the feet and place them flatly on the bed. We have the knees bent. And what we're going to do here is we're going to lift the hips up as high as we can. And we want to contract the glute muscles. And let's return back. And we'll do this one 3 more times. All the way up, squeezing the glutes. And down. All the way up. And down. Let's see, one more. All the way up. And down. And let's do the heel tap. We're going to place the hands on the stomach, and we want to be sure to keep the back flatly placed on the bed. And let's take one knee and we're going to raise it up. We have the foot raised, and then we return, and we'll raise the other knee up and return. And we do this 3 to 4 times each leg. This will help activate the abdominal area. Let's see, one more from each leg. Okay. Let's do the pendulum. We're going to take the arms nice and wide. We still have our feet flatly placed and the knees bent. And what we're going to do is rock the knees from side to side. And this will help stimulate the core. At the same time, it will loosen up the muscles and the joints and the vertebrae, all up and down the spinal column. And we can do 3 to 5 from each side. And so completes the first segment of the morning ritual. Now we start the second portion of the morning ritual where we are doing our exercises from a seated position. So let's start off by loosening up the neck muscles. We want to ensure that the back is nice and straight. And we're going to tilt the head onto the left shoulder. And we can take the right shoulder, dropping it down, right hand reaching down toward the floor to accentuate the stretch. Now let's hold for a few seconds. And we're going to bring the chin down so that we feel that stretch move to the back of the neck. Let's return to neutral, and we're going to switch over to the other side, tilting the head onto the right shoulder, left shoulder dropping, left hand reaching down. And we tilt forward with the chin. And return to neutral. Let's do a neck rotation where we turn and look over the shoulder. And let's change directions, looking over the other shoulder. And back to the center. Let's do the lift and point for the legs. We're going to sit all the way back in our chairs. And starting with the right leg, we bring the knee up high. We extend the foot in front, pointing the toes. We flex the heel, point the toes, return and down, raise the knee, extend the foot, point the toes, flex the heel, point the toes, return and down, and raise the knee, extend the foot, point the toes, flex the heel, point the toes, return and down. Let's switch over to the other leg. Knee up, extend, point the toes, flex the heel, point the toes, return and down, raise the knee, extend the foot, point the toes, flex the heel, point the toes, return and down. One more time. Knee up, extend, point the toes, flex the heel, point the toes, return and down. And that completes the seated segment of the morning ritual. And now we move on to the third segment of the morning ritual. This entire portion is standing. It's important to have a chair beside you so that you make sure that you maintain your balance. We're going to have one hand on the chair, and we're going to be doing the leg circles. Starting with one side, we'll do 5 circles of the hip. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Let's change directions. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. We shift over to the other side of the chair. 5 circles of the hip. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Changing directions. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And let's stand directly behind the chair. We're going to do some shoulder rotations. Standing tall, and we get the shoulders all the way up, back, down, and forward, and up, back, down, forward, and up, back, down, and forward. Let's reverse, going back, up, forward, and down, and back, up, forward, and down, and back, up, forward, and down. Let's take the arms wide. We'll do some tiny little circles with the arms. And we gradually make the circles slightly larger, and then larger. Now let's see 2 large circles. 1 and 2. Changing directions. Tiny little circles, slightly larger, and then larger, and 2 large circles. 1 and 2. Let's move on to the standing good morning. Hands are placed on the hips, and we're going to bend at the hips as we tilt forward with the upper body until you feel that stretch in the back of the legs. We hold, and let's come all the way up. And again, we tilt forward as we stretch. Up tall, and one more time, tilt and stretch. All the way up. And now we move on to our lateral stretch. We'll take the body tilting over to one side. And let's switch over. And again to the left. And to the right. And to the left. And to the right. And we're going to finish off with a nice tall stance, and we'll be taking 3 deep breaths. Arms are to the side, body is straight. And we inhale deeply through the nose. We gently hold. And exhale through the mouth. And again, we inhale and hold and exhale. One more time, inhale and hold and exhale. And that completes our morning ritual for the day.